the old outhouse. Alright. What is going on, YouTubers? Thanks for checking out my video again. Stopping by the page, the channel. I just figured I'd come up today for a little bit by myself here. Just hang out. Sit back, relax, get away from the city. Kind of my little getaway. Just to sit back and relax. Oh, this hill. I've got plenty of firewood too. I might build me a little fire. Oh, it's nice. So quiet. Might see some deer if I'm quiet enough. I'm gonna sit up here till about dark. I usually come down to the edge of the water, get on my drink. I'm gonna go in here and start this little heater while I sit back and hang out here. Oh, I guess it is. There she is. There she is. Ah. It usually takes a while after it's sat. There it goes. Actually, it didn't. Hold it for about 30 seconds, and hopefully be nice and toasty here in about 30 minutes or so. I'll probably sit outside for a little bit, anyways. I brought up a couple beers. Sit back and hang out before I head back home. I'm telling y'all, I really cannot wait till I can get me a little wood burning stove. I think I'm gonna put it like right there in this little area. Slide this futon down some and stack me some like blocks, stepping stone blocks, just square ones, maybe 8 of them, and run some like fire retardant stuff or whatever it is on the wall. And I've got a little bit more of this metal from the old trailer to put over it, and then have my little chimney coming out the top there, and just a small little bitty wood burning stove. And that's really all the space I would need in here. My wife brought this up for the kids, and it's just kind of in the way. It's alright though. They have fun with it. Put that thing on high. Alright, I'm gonna go outside for a minute. Oh yeah. Oh, can't see it. Guinness. Oh yeah. It's pretty cold up here. It's definitely colder up here than it is back at home in the city. This is what I love to do right here. Just come up and sit back and relax. Just listen, be quiet. I like coming up with with a friend or two, and then bringing my family. Which, when you bring the kids, there's no rest. There's no rest. Keeping them out of the water, running down the hill, or just keeping an eye on them. Period. Coyotes, stuff like that. You never know. You got to really keep your eyes peeled. But it's nice to come up here just by yourself and sit back. I can hear the squirrels up there. I might do me some squirrel hunting here in a week or two. I accidentally left my beer in the freezer last night. Still frozen a little bit. Honestly, I think this may be my favorite time of the year up here. It's just when you come over the hill, the water looks so clear, everything looks so big and open. You can see everything. You can see like the far end of our property way back in the cove. You can see the ridge line from the sun shining over the hill. I love it. That's my favorite part. Not to mention when you actually hike to the highest point of our property that you can look out and see all the country, you know, all the old barns and the farms and stuff like that from up there. Something about being out in nature by yourself, just feel connected. It's beautiful. I may take a walk back there to see where we went hunting this past week, no, 2 weeks ago. See if where we put that feed down, that attractant, if there's been any deer back there. See if I'll be able to tell. Also makes me kind of wonder, like, people hunt your land, you know, poachers, because I know that we found a feeder on the top of our ridge up here, because we didn't come up here for probably 8 or 9 years to this property. Nobody. It was vacant basically, and people, our neighbors, just kind of had the run of the place. And we hiked it when we first started coming up. We hiked the property line and found a feeder. And then on top of this ridge, borderline our neighbors, we found a bunch of scrapes on a couple trees. It looked like claw marks or something, but come to find out it was from a self-climbing tree stand or whatever, you know, to climb up the tree. So yeah, it makes you kind of worried about walking your own property, especially me wearing all tan. Look like a deer coming through the woods. I guess I do have an orange hat on. Looks like I need to fill the little hummingbird feeder back up. It's empty, which is cool. I'm trying to get this to focus, guys. It is 43 degrees inside this cabin. It really, when it gets cold at nighttime, it pretty much keeps the cool, and it'll be warmer outside than it is in here. I'm still pumped about this little shed here. Pretty awesome. I think I'm going to take this table home. I may have it sold. I really love it in my little cabin, but I built it to sell it, and it's just been up here. So I think I'm going to take that home and sell it. $100. I built a really nice table yesterday. If I could put a picture in the video, I may do it, but I got $550 for it. This tree is almost completely derooted. It's flipped up. The ends are cut off, but it grew. All new little limbs and leaves. It's laying completely down sideways. Pretty wild. I'm going to take a little walk around the cove here, just to look around the woods some. mushrooms there. Big old mushrooms. If anyone knows what kind of mushroom these are, comment and let me know if that's edible or not. There's another one there. It'd be cool to come up here and cut up some mushrooms and cook them. Stole it. Let's see if we can tell if any deer's been up here or not. I doubt you'll be able to tell. Yeah, they have too. They sure have. We dumped it on this and it's shredded. They basically gnawed on it or something. But you can kind of see what I'm talking about, being able to see the ridge. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to hike the top where we found all those scrapes last year and see if I can't find a couple more sheds up there. See if I can find one or two or three, take back to the cabin. It'd be pretty awesome. I'm going to hike on up, see what I can find. Give me something to do for an hour. Go back to the cabin and sit till dark, hang out and head back home. Let's just hope I don't run into any hunters up here on the land. Now's the time that I probably would, especially wearing this color. But I'm thinking the orange hat would be alright. I know I saw on the news maybe a week or so ago of a woman getting shot by someone hunting, and he was on someone else's property when he done it, the neighbors. So it wouldn't be too cool not to be able to go home to your family. Kill some assholes hunting your land. Shoot you thinking you're a deer. Yeah. Looks pretty orange. Yeah, I think I'm safe with that on. Now this is a hill. This is the biggest and steepest hill on the property. We ride our mountain bikes down it sometimes, and you don't stop even with your brakes on, as tight as you can squeeze them. You just slide on down. And that over there would be our neighbor's property. And that there would be a scrape. There's one. Hopefully I'll find a shed somewhere up through here. Well, I made it to the highest point here. This is our campsite. I actually got a video at this spot where it rained all night under some tarp shelters. Have our stuff still up. Here's the view. I don't know if you'll be able to see it as good on the GoPro as you can in person. But you can see all the barns and stuff out through there. And the mountainside there behind us. I haven't hiked up this way, and I don't think once this year. There's a lot of limbs down, tons of them. We try to clean it up a little bit, you know, when we're up here. Another deep valley there. Right down there at the bottom of this valley is where we set up our blind a couple weeks ago. Because last year they were coming in from this hill down into the valley towards the water. And yeah, we didn't get anything. Too much overgrowth down there. Look at that. Even reaching out as far as I can, I'm almost 6 foot tall. Wow. That's pretty wild. I wonder if I could climb up on top of this thing here. I'm on someone else's property, but I'm gonna walk down this thing. Every time you hear a squirrel, it sounds like a deer. Wow, this was a huge, I mean, I couldn't imagine hearing this up while I was up here. I'd imagine if I was up here asleep in that cabin when this fell. Something had climbed up it before it fell, it looks like. Alright, let's get back. Oops, I took the fence down here. Wow, look at the post that's up in the air from the fence. Still caught on the bottom of the tree. It's actually hanging. Crazy. I didn't see many scrapes. There may be some along this ridge line when I cut back down to the cabin, but up there I only found that one. This is like an arbor. A couple of those trees are still in the ground. Actually, 2 of them are. They're liable to break anytime. Kind of spooky walking underneath. Oh, there's just a fresh scrape right here. Decently fresh, maybe a month. Couple weeks or so maybe. And another valley. I think we've got 3 big, large valleys on our property. And I think this one and the one right before this have freshwater springs that run straight to our pond, which is not a river, it's not a creek, it's just basically a trickle, just underground, just flows to our water, keeps the pond basically full. This is the one this is the cove that's good for squirrel hunting. And this is where we ride our 4-wheelers up through there and turn around the top of that hill and come back. I'm gonna cut up this hill, cut across the top of that ridge and down. But this up here is where I found the tree stand marks. Hopefully I don't run into someone. I guess if I need some barbed wire, I know where something's at. Looks like they kind of stopped right here. You can see a roof down there with a little smoke coming out of it. Little cabin. 2 more huge trees down. Man, I guess being on the side of these steep hills, they get so big they just can't hold themselves up no more. I think I'm on the neighbor's property because there's a barbed wire fence. I'd imagine this side is ours. So I'm gonna try to stay over here. Another big tree. What do you do about that? Your property, just old trees, I guess you just let them lay and rot. Over time, decay. That's a pretty big one there, but that one on top of the mountain, top of the hill up there was the biggest. That was unbelievable. That thing's like 15 foot tall. Looks like there's something living in there. Shit, if a raccoon hopped out on my face. Attacking me. That wouldn't be cool. These crazy vines. Big old vines. This right here looks like a bench. It is a bench. How about that? Sturdy. Very sturdy. I just hiked the whole mountain ridge. I ain't done that in a little while. And there's the pond and the cabin. Let's head back down for about an hour. I don't know what you could build, but it would be cool to have something right here on this flat spot. And you're basically overlooking the cabin and the pond, the whole water. I mean, you're up high too. I'm probably, shoot, from down there, 60 feet maybe, 50, 60 feet up, maybe taller than that. I mean, you can see how small the cabin looks in the pond there. It's just a perfectly little, almost flat spot right here. It just levels out. All right, I'm ready to get back down and sit down and relax until it gets dark. All right, I'm back. Back to civilization. Around all these people. So beautiful. I bet my beer's still nice and cold. Oh yeah. Perfection. Oh wow. What a difference. Let's see what we're looking at here. It's almost 60 now. This coming up spring, I know we've talked about this before in a bunch of my other videos, but one thing we're definitely doing this spring is we're just going to buy us a little cheap solar panel, like a Harbor Freight solar panel, run it down under the ground into the cabin, you know. So we take them batteries home and we charge them, we bring them up till they're about dead. We take them back home. It gets old. So at least with a little solar panel, we can keep those batteries, you know, decently charged, to, you know, because we only come up on the weekends every so often when we have a chance. But one thing I'm thinking about doing, and if anyone watches this that has done it before, if you could just leave a comment and kind of let me know how it worked out for you. But what I'm thinking about doing is putting a gutter on, catching some rainwater, and I'm gonna get me a piece of PVC pipe, maybe 4 or 5 foot, paint it black, put it up on top of maybe here on the side where I can reach it, because this is the side that gets most of the light. And what I want to do is put the PVC on the side, paint it black, put a cap on it where I can fill it up with water, and put a valve stem on it so I can pump air in it with a, you know, just with a bicycle pump or something, just to pressurize it, and spray paint it black to heat it, you know, from the sun, and be able to take a shower. the old house. Pretty cool. I could sit up here and fall asleep. Staring at the front door. You can't beat that view though. I wish I could build a house right here on top of this ridge. It's just so small. This little building was like almost made perfect for it though. Like it sits right in this flat spot, like perfectly level. It's almost dark. I'll probably be leaving here in just a minute. Alright guys, it's getting dark. I gotta get home. That was a nice, relaxing little trip. Got me a little hike in up to the top. Looked around, sat in the cabin, drank a couple beers, and just relaxed. Peace and quiet. All this stuff on my back's flopping around. You can see it. But anyways, yeah. Until next time. Until next time, land. Hatcher's Cove. I'm just kidding. Oh man, I can't wait to move up here. Hopefully I can move up here one of these days. But anyways, guys, I'm headed home.